Namaste. It is great to have you here and ready to practice with me. So whether you are doing this in the morning, the afternoon, or the evening, middle of the night if you can't sleep, grateful you're here. So let's begin, as we often do, with a nice firm seat. So feet are on the floor, toes straight ahead, and we are maybe about a fist or a fist and a half apart. And we'll maybe slide just a little bit forward so that we can rock and hinge forward, lengthening the spine, and then come up. And notice a certain point when you're coming up and back where you feel the bones at the base of your body kind of connect with the chair. And the next time you come up and you're on those bones, we'll stay there and then just balance onto the left side and the right side, rocking side to side, and then coming to a place where you're centered, right? So we're not leaning forward, we're not leaning back, and we're not leaning into either side. You can let the arms drop and maybe swing the arms forward and back a little bit. And why don't we just actually do a little bit to take out some of the shoulder tension. So let's squeeze the shoulders up and the elbows, squeeze the fists. You could squeeze your face too if you wish. And then let it all go. And we'll do it again, squeezing the fists, bending the elbows, squeezing the face, and shrugging the shoulders up high. And then let it go. And one more time, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then relax. And now let the hands either dangle or rest on your lap. Let the spine be long and tuck the chin up and back just slightly. Lower the eyes. And either have a soft gaze at the floor or close them completely. And we let that closing of the eyes be an invitation to go inward. Letting go of whatever is happening in the outside world. And focusing on you. Remind yourself this is time for you to be, to breathe, and to inquire what is here right now. So notice what's happening in the physical body. Notice what's happening in the mind. Is it easy to focus, or is there an easily distractible mind that's struggling to stay present? And check in with the emotional body as well. So whether there's feelings of joy or sadness, confusion, fatigue, without judging, trying to fix, push through, or run away, can we simply welcome whatever's here with compassionate awareness? And start to let the breath get a little slower and deeper, feeling a sense of filling up on the inhale, maybe growing a little taller in your seat, and a feeling of grounding and being even more stable in the chair and with the feet on the ground. Feel the gentle rhythm of inhale and exhale. And from this place, you might choose to set an intention, or maybe more than one, for our time together. Right? What is it you would like to receive? What is it you would like to maybe let go of? So call in your intentions for class, and then when you have them, in the heart and the mind, invite the hands to prayer right at the heart center. And we'll seal our intentions and join our energies together with the sound of Om. Inhaling. Aum. When you're ready, you can let the eyes flutter open. And let's take the arms right up overhead, straightening the elbows, turning the palms to face out and the thumbs to face forward, and then floating the arms out and down, bringing them to your side. And then bring them right back to heart center, and we'll do it again. You can take the arms up, straightening the elbows. Maybe look up as the hands go up. Turn the palms away, thumbs face forward. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest as the arms float out and down. And we'll bring the hands back in prayer and do this 2 more times. Reaching up, arms straighten, turn the palms away, thumbs are forward. Exhale, lower the head. Feel the stretch in the neck as the arms and the head come down. And last one. Inhaling up, exhaling the arms out and down. Good. And then let's work on the feet a little bit. I've been on my feet all day, so we're going to just give them a little awakening, stomping a little bit. You can go super fast, or if you need to, you can go a little slower. And then maybe swing the legs forward and back. Might need to draw in on the abdominals to do this. And if it's too much to do both at once, you can keep one leg planted and do just a swing of one leg, bending and straightening the knee, and then stop and do the other side. So if you can hold here and do both, it's a great tummy toner. But if it's challenging or straining in any way, then just take that one at a time. Now we'll take the feet out if we can and point and flex. If you want to rest back against the chair, that sometimes makes it a little more easeful. If you need to have the feet down, you could touch toes to the floor, heels to the floor. Could start there and maybe bring them up gradually. That's kind of fun. And then we'll circle the feet around. You can let the big toes touch and then move away from each other as the ankles circle in opposite directions. You can wiggle the toes here too so that the feet start to come alive. And I just kind of started adding the wrists as well because all these joints need a little attention. So you can roll the wrists as well and then make sure you go in both directions. And just like we were wiggling toes, make sure you wiggle your fingers too. Great. Excellent. And then you might want to give a little rub to the thighs because holding those legs up, we are engaging those muscles quite a bit. So we'll bring a little bit of attention there. And then glide the hands right down the front of the shins and maybe rub up and down the front of the shins. Great little massage technique to boost our immune system. And then let's actually do a little work for the face. So if you have glasses, as I do, might want to remove them. We're going to take the thumbs, the side of the thumb that's away from the hand, and bring those 2 sides of each thumb, hands are in prayer, right above the nose. So the hands are in prayer position, and we're going to press right into the forehead and then glide the thumbs and the hands, separate the hands and glide the thumbs out across your eyebrow and out to your temples. Bring the hands back together at the center, thumbs press against the forehead, glide them out. If it's hard to do it with thumbs, you could put all the fingers in the center lined up and just glide across the forehead. And when you've done that across the eyebrow a few times, you can take the thumbs a little higher, go across the middle of the forehead and out to the side. And we'll do that 2 more times. And then let the first two fingers, or maybe the first three fingers, right, index, middle, and ring finger, just press gently at the temples and do a little circular motion. And the eyes might want to close here, and then go the other way. You decide how much pressure. Take the index fingers and bring them right under the eyebrow. Trace that upper brow bone with the perfect amount of pressure. And we'll do this a few times so you can experiment whether you want it very gentle or a medium touch, or maybe a very firm press to really release tension that might be there. When you've done that 3 or 4 times, you can keep the eyes closed or take a quick peek if you need a visual. We'll take the index fingers to the outside at the bridge of the nose and then swoop down under the eyes across the lower ridge of the eye socket, right, which is basically our cheekbones. So we'll slide down the nose and then out across that lower ridge. And keep breathing while you're doing this. And then we'll come in right at the jaw. So take a few chews and see where those jaw, upper and lower jaw, meet. And take those same kinds of circles that we did at the temple. Might drop your jaw while you do this. Or do a little chewing. And then go the other way. And then glide the fingers down to the chin. Let the jaw drop. Ha. Bring them back up, and we'll do it 2 more times. Slide the fingers down, drop the jaw. Ha. 1 more. Oh, this feels so good. Excellent. And then let's take some little shoulder rolls forward, up, back, and down. Letting go of tension that often likes to collect up here at the trapezius. Can go one at a time if that feels good. Kind of rolling those shoulders in place. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Notice if you start to yawn. It's often one of the ways tension will release, so don't stifle it. Let that, whatever's held in there, go. And then we'll roll in the opposite direction, starting here 1 at a time, rolling the shoulders up, forward, back, and down, or up, forward, down, and back. And once you've done them 1 at a time, maybe take them 2 at a time. Excellent. Then if you want to, you can scoot a little forward in the chair. We're going to continue to sit up tall and float the arms out to the side. And we'll turn the palms up and turn the palms down. And just start to feel how there's lots of things happening here when we're rotating the arms in this way. So we're working muscles up on the shoulders, through the arms, the upper back. And start to turn a little bit more. And if you want to do a little cat as you're exhaling, and cow, lifting the chest as the palms are up. And then when they start to turn down, around. Good. Next time they're up, float them together at shoulder height. And we'll inhale and take the arms out. Exhale, bring them in. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, lower them down. So we're opening and then closing and then lifting up like mountain and then coming back down, palms together. You can start to lift the heels as the arms separate and lower the heels as the hands come together. Lift the heels as the arms come up. Exhale, heels down as the arms come down. So we're waking up shins and calves, as well as the shoulders and the arms. Finding spaciousness. One more, reaching up, and then lower the heels. Lower the left arm and just start to reach that right arm up. You might flex the wrist as if you were pressing your palm on the ceiling. And then bend the right elbow and bring it down and stretch the left arm up, flex as if you were pressing into the ceiling. So we'll take these little side stretches, one side up, other side down. You can have the hand that's down either press against your lap on the thigh, or you might choose to press it down into the chair seat right behind you. And if you're really well balanced, maybe you don't need to press it into anything. You can just send it down towards the floor. Maybe add a smile. Excellent. And then bring both arms down, maybe shake them out a little bit and let the shoulders kind of shake up and down. And we'll do that little swing we did at the beginning, forward and back. And then maybe let the arms get a little bit wider and start to crisscross right in front so that one arm's coming right over the other, and alternate which arm is on top. Just finding some ease here. Good. Might let the elbows bend as they crisscross. If you want to stop and give yourself a hug, let the arms catch on your shoulders, and then release it out and give yourself a hug the other way. We need more hugs. And you can try that a few times in a row. Opening up, right, just like we did earlier, and then we just bring those hands in to land on the back body. You can take it down. Oh, you can bring it up. Take it down again. The slightest little shimmy left and right. Switch arm is on top. Open them up and we'll do the other side. Taking that little rock left and right of center and slowly pointing the elbows down towards the floor and then bringing them up and then lifting them up and bringing your gaze up. We'll go down and up one more time. Good time to take a little yawn or a sigh or add a smile. And then we'll come back to center and let the arms come out and down. So let's do a little bit of a release where we're going to throw our troubles away. And you're welcome to stay in your seat or to stand up and do this. I'll model it sitting today. But we'll sweep the arms up, bend the elbows, and as if you were pulling all your troubles, right? Anything that's you're shouldering, any burdens on the shoulders, any thoughts in the mind, pull them out and throw them away. Ha! Swinging the arms down and taking a forward fold. Inhale up, exhale, ha! Inhale up, exhale, ha! If there's any back trouble, you don't have to hinge forward very far. You can keep yourself fairly upright. Ha! Ha! Couple more. Ha! Ha! And then float the arms up into mountain pose, sitting or standing tall, palms facing each other. Excuse me. And then let's float the arms out with the palms facing up. Pause slightly at the horizon when they're parallel with the floor and turn the palms to face down and bring the arms down to your side. Great. Let's, now that we've cleared things out, add a little breath of joy. Right, we're filming this not too far from the December holidays. So we're going to swing the arms forward and then out to the side and then overhead And then we'll separate the legs a little bit and float down with a ha. So it's similar to this other one, except we're taking 3 arm movements with inhales. Inhale, forward to shoulder height. Arms come down, inhale out to the side. Arms come down, inhale all the way up. And then exhale, ha, right? So let's do it with a little more rhythm and consistency. Here we go. Inhale forward to the side, overhead. Exhale, ha. Inhale forward to the side, overhead, and ha. Ha. 2 more times. Ha. Last one. Ha. And then dangle down here in Uttanasana. You might let the arms swing. You can drop the head down and act as if the neck had no muscles or bones, unless there's issues with osteopenia in your spine. Then you'll want to keep the head neutral and parallel with the floor. Might even want to come up a little bit higher so that the spine stays nice and long and we don't put any unnecessary pressure here. But even in this parallel pose, you can always take the head side to side. So find a way to let the neck be soft and relaxed. Breathe deeply and feel the expansion through the back body here. It's a beautiful pose for calming us down and activating the parasympathetic nervous system so that we become more regulated, a little more easeful, and have a real feeling of safety and belonging. You can take another breath or two. When you're ready, start to lift your head. Bring the hands up to your thighs. Press down into the thighs and we'll rise up. Lifting the chest, maybe lifting the gaze, coming into sort of a chair version of cobra pose. So let's flow through this a few times. We'll hinge forward, keeping the hands on the lap and dropping the chest right down towards that space between the legs. And then press down. Use the upper arm muscles to help lift and lengthen the spine, lifting up and looking up. And then exhale, hinge forward. Grow the spine long, lengthen the tailbone. Bring it up, draw the shoulders down, send the heart forward, gaze can go slightly up. We'll exhale forward. Let's do this 2 more times, pressing up. So grow long as you come forward. On the inhale, press down, lift forward and up, long, long spine. And last one, coming down, elbows bend. Try to keep the elbows close to the body. And do that same thing as you press up. Great. And then maybe take a little cat and cow here, lifting and arching the curves of the spine. And then exhaling and rounding, reversing the curves of the spine. Keep that reverse minimal if there's bone issues, and focus more on just coming out of cow and tucking the tummy in with a more neutral spine. Good. And let's bring this right knee up and give it a little hug, maybe a little rock if you can. If you want to revisit those circles for the feet, feel free. And then let the leg come down and we'll take it out to the side. You can give it a little press with your right palm. And then let's do just a gentle twist. So we'll twist and look towards that knee, and then press into the knee and twist and look towards the other side to the left. Inhale, twist, looking over to the right. Exhaling, pressing into this knee and twisting, looking left. Let's do it 2 more times. Keep the spine long, chin tucked, draw the belly in. And remember to twist at the waist as well as the neck. Good. Let's do one more. It just feels so good. And then let the head come back to face forward, and we'll stretch this leg out and lift the toes. Feel the nice big stretch through the back of the leg. Left arm can come up, and we might lean over a little bit just to find the stretch. If you're finding that the edge of the chair seat digs in, you can slide a little bit more over towards this side of the chair. Just make sure you don't go so far that you tip. So we're reaching up. If the shoulder is not feeling so great, could keep the arm out at your side or even let it rest down. If you do have this left arm up, float it out and down to the chair seat. We'll plant the hand in the chair and float this arm up and over. Right, reaching long. Same thing, if reaching this far over doesn't feel good, you can take it straight up. You can take it out to the side. You could have it in line with that leg. And then we'll press up, back to sitting. Arm can come out and down if you had it up. And let's bring this leg in. You can maybe give it a helping hand, bending the knee and sliding her back in. Maybe take that little tap again. Take a moment before we do all that on the other side. Feel if there's any difference between the right leg that just got all that attention and the left leg that's waiting its turn. So now let's make sure it gets an equal amount of love and attention today. So we're going to hug this leg up. If you can't get it this high, or if you have to round to get it this high, you might consider holding your leg under the thigh and maybe just take it slightly off the floor. Or if you have something you can lift the leg up on, right? So if I have these blocks and I can put my leg up here, or I can get the heel to the chair, sometimes that's an easier way to hug things in and have a little support. So we can rock it side to side. If it's on the chair, might not be as easy to do that. Try to keep the spine long and the shoulders down and back and the heart lifted. I don't know if we did those circles of the hip joint, so you can circle this leg around one way and then the other. I know we did do the little circles of the foot and ankle. Feels really good. And then we're going to bring this leg out. So if you're able to swing it out with the foot lifted, great. If not, you can bring it down. I'll move my props out of the way. And we'll take this leg out to the side. Left hand can press. Feel the stretch through the inner thigh here. We're sitting up tall. Draw the belly in. Right hand on your thigh and the right knee straight ahead. Inhale, twist and look to the left. Might even look over that left shoulder. And then twist with the waist, the shoulders and the neck and look away. Inhale, twisting to the left. Exhale, twisting the other way. Let's do 3 more. Inhaling and exhaling slowly, fully. Coming back and press into that left knee as you look left. Might press down into the right knee and then press again into the left knee as you look right. Good, let's do it one more time. And then come back to center. And we'll extend this leg out. I have my blankets here. I was going to kick them out of the way, but good reminder, if you're on a hard floor, sometimes having that heel down doesn't feel so great. So always know you can put a little padding under here, and it actually gives me a little more height. Now, if the chair's digging into your legs, slide over, just not so far that you'll tip. And the more we lift those toes, the more stretch we're going to feel through the back leg. Left arm can rest here. We'll take the right arm up if that's available to you and start to slide down and over. And maybe come back and out and down. If it's hard to lift this right arm, you can just glide the torso or keep the arm wherever it's safe and comfortable. I am noticing there's a little slide to the blanket on a hard floor, so just make sure it doesn't go further than you want your body to go. Next time that you're coming up and over, maybe hold here. Arm wherever is comfortable. If you can take that big sweep overhead, terrific. But if that's too much, take the arm where it feels good, where the heart's opening, the light of your life force is shining out. Float this arm down and maybe rest it on the chair seat. Take the opposite arm up if that's available. And we'll lean in the other direction, reaching long from the heel to the fingertips. Might look up. Arm can be wherever it's comfortable, including down by your side if there's shoulder issues. One more stretch. And then we'll come up, float that arm down, and hold on to the back of the knee and help bring it back in. So we'll just take another minute or so to do a little bit of hip opening. And this is where if you do have something you can prop your legs up on, might be the scooting over to the coffee table. If you have yoga blocks, that's a great choice. And you can put them at any level, right? So the blocks, if you have them, could be here at this lower level. You can put them up at the highest level. You could stack them in a T formation. And we're going to take, and if you don't have blocks and you don't have a coffee table, or getting your leg up this high isn't good for you, then you can keep the legs low. And we're going to just come onto the outer ridges of the feet and bring the soles of the feet either touching each other or at least facing each other. So if we're up higher, we're coming here. It's cobbler pose, right? So we'll all be shoemakers for a day. Can always play with how far out your props are. So if I want a deeper stretch and I have a lot of flexibility, I can bring the legs closer in or bring my props closer in and rest them so that the feet are closer. I'm going to get a wider expanse here. But if the hips are tight or the way your bones are constructed, everybody has different hip width, you can take the structure that you're using further forward and then put your legs up and have a bigger diamond shape here. So feel that external rotation, right? Might feel nice. You could come in and just give a little squeeze in this where the hips and the, where the pelvis and the legs meet. Might give a little love to the inner thighs or the knees circling around here. Or you might want to just drop the arms down and close the eyes and let this be more of a meditative seat. Find the breath again. Slow, soft, deep inhales. Slow, soft, deep exhales. So if this is really yummy and you want to stay here for Shavasana, you could keep this pose. But if you've had your fill, you can just gently open the eyes if they're closed and help the legs come down. You're welcome to sit and just rest your back against the chair. If you want to prop the feet up going straight ahead, That's fine. You can also move and rest on a couch or in a cozier reclining chair, on your floor, your bed, if that feels good. And if you're wearing glasses, it's a good time to take them off. Unless, like me, you left them off. Choose where you want your hands. They might rest on your lap. They could dangle at your side. Right, you can try each of these. Might want to put one hand on your heart and one on your belly so you can really connect and feel the breath moving in and out. And this sets us up well for pranayama, some breath work known as Dirga Pranayama, 3-part breath. So let your breath be soft and full and feel the next inhale fill up the belly. See if you can let it fill up the ribs, fill up the chest. And then let the breath come out. Feel the chest descend, the ribs knit back together, and the belly pull back towards the spine. So on the inhale, it's as if someone were pouring breath into us. The belly expands, ribs expand, chest expands. And then on the exhale, the reverse from the top down. Chest, ribs, belly all deflate. And even though it's 3 parts, we let it be one long, smooth inhale, one long, smooth exhale. The next time you complete an exhale, you might choose to let the arms come down and hands can rest on the lap or by your side. And now let the breath do its own natural rhythm without any manipulating by us. Feel the coolness of the air coming in and rising up to that center of the forehead. Feel the air warmed coming down and out through the nostrils. And just rest here in the quiet for another minute or so. Coming into this place of being. If you want to stay in this Shavasana, this resting pose, you can continue to just rest and breathe as long as you like. But if you're ready to complete your practice, you can start to move the head a little bit side to side. If the feet are up, you might bring them down and let them move a little. Could wiggle the toes or wiggle the fingers. Start to take some yawns or stretches. As if you were waking up from a nap. You can bring the feet to the floor and bring your back away from the chair, sitting up tall. And if you're resting on the couch, you can roll to one side and slowly bring yourself up to sitting. Invite the hands in prayer and close the eyes one last time. And I'll just share a little wisdom from Dana Faulds. Awakening, can I withstand the radiance? When the goddess gazes from my eyes, when my heart opens wide, when the current of life sweeps me far from safety, when even the illusion of control is lost, and what's left to me is love. Can I breathe a prayer of gratitude and praise? Unlike the winter groundhog, can I raise my face to the sun and not run from the shadow that embodied I will always cast in daylight? Let's finish with the sound of Om. Aum. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bow to that peace inside your heart. Know it exists in everyone, so let's honor it in each other. Lift your head, your gaze. Thank you.